Hey, what's up, man? How are you?
Bro, it's an honor.
Everybody, we
Hey,
can make this
bro,
happen.
I can't believe I made it.
Yo,
I can't believe I've made it, cuz, to a Speedy interview, my guy. This is an honor.
What's going on, guys? For Complex News, it's 360 with Speedy Mormon. I'm him, and today we have a very special guest in the building. It's Daniel Kaluuya. My man, how are you, bro?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. How are you?
Good, man. We're so honored to have you. Obviously, we are right here. The finish line is in sight for the film Judas and the Black Messiah. It's about to come out. And it's a good day, too, because today the Golden Globe nominations just were released and your name was in it.
Yeah.
How does it feel to not only be coming out with a film that's so very important, but also to be Golden Globe nominated?
Bro, it's amazing. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm blessed, if I'm being real. Like, and I see it as like, you know, a lot of people look to these recognition organizations to know what to watch, you know what I mean? To kind of go, to curate what to watch and what not to watch. I'm just happy that like more eyes are gonna watch Chairman Fred and the Black Panther Party and understand that world and understand what happened with them in the Illinois chapter.
Yeah, I gotta be honest, like a lot of times I've never heard of half of the films that are nominated for the Golden Globes. So yeah. I'm one of those people who see the nominations or at the Oscars Best Picture, I'm like, all right, these are the best movies. Let's tap in and let's see what they're about.
That's why it's important in that sense. And it just reaches people that they're not locked in that kind of way. Do you know what I'm saying? So in that sense, I really appreciate that we're going out there and I'm going into that conversation on a film like this. Do you know what I'm saying? That has the ideas and the concepts and the philosophies that it holds, you know?
Yeah, I want to talk about the film for a second. Or in a second rather, but before that, how have you been, man? Obviously crazy times we're living in right now. I've seen you do what looked like 30 interviews in the last week. Obviously this is different, the way we're promoting films and where you at and how have the last few months been for you?
I'm in LA. I'm out here, working out here. And the last few months, crazy, bro. Big shifts, big changes, big chapters. Do you know what I'm saying? Letting a lot of shit go. You know what I'm saying? Just like internally, like realizing that like a lot of the bullshit that you think that you have is just something that you told yourself at 6 years old.
Yeah.
You just decided that it's this. You know what I mean? And you meet it and it's just a belief that you carry, but the beliefs came from a 6-year-old. You know, like it's like like you just gotta open your mind and also I've just grown and like learning about compassion, bro. Like learning about compassion for that kid that thought that way and for the people around me at that time and the stuff I saw and the stuff that I experienced. Do you know what I'm saying? And just letting stuff go. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what I've been on. How you been?
Good, man. Obviously, you know, I've been right here in this crib. Like I ain't been doing much. I've been trying to just stay tapped into the crib. It's, you know, we losing people, opportunities are passing us by, but it's more so being grateful, man. Like I'm just grateful to still be here. My loved ones are still here, you know, with a sickness that's ravaged so many families. Like thankfully my family has been untouched. So I'm just grateful more than anything.
It stays that way, bro. I hope
yeah, likewise. I think that, and I've spoken to a few people in Hollywood and for them, it's been an interesting time because it's hard to really see your impact when you're not out there touching the streets, right? Like when you're not out and about, like getting dinner or like running to the supermarket or getting a coffee. Like have the last few months made you feel slightly less famous than you actually are? Because I imagine the amount of photos that people have asked you for has steeply declined. Do you still feel the same?
It's weird. It's at the beginning of the pandemic when I was rolling out, like I was loving it, bro. Like I had a mask on, I had a hat, glasses. I was loving it. I was like, yeah. I'll be outside. I could line up outside a Jamaican shop. You know what I'm saying? I could line up. And no one cares. You know what I'm saying? I could be just chilling, like talk to people and vibe out like I used to. Do you know what I'm saying? So it kind of reminded me of 2016, to be honest. So I loved in that sense. But yeah, I agree. It's kind of weird because I can feel, and maybe that's just some me shit. Like I can feel people being triggered by me or talking more about me. Like you can feel it, but it's not like you're seeing. It's not like you're feeling it. You know, it's like you just become. There's something happening. There's a shift, but you're not able to. I went out the other day and all the Judas posters were everywhere. I'm like, oh yeah, this film's coming out. Like you forget you're hardly in the real world anymore. You're hardly even, but you're getting less information. So yeah, it's kind of everyone's in their own world and bubble. So it's hard to feel how far this film is reaching, or that there's a shift in your visibility. It's hard to really be aware of it, but then it just makes me more conscious of the words that come out of my mouth. Not only just because you're growing in awareness, but I'm growing as a man. Do you know what I'm saying? And you need to mind your mouth.
Yeah, it's that's an interesting way to put it, because the film comes out on February 12th on HBO Max, and at this time you'd probably doing a bit more press, and then like the premiere would be here, the red carpets are here, like. And here you are, you like low-key forgot the film's coming out. You had to see the posters to know.
No, I had the premiere the other day. I took my clothes off, got in a row and played FIFA, bro. Like, it's like there was no after party. I just pulled up, I was like, all right, cool. Listen to whatever album I was listening to, and I just chilled out. Do you know what I'm saying? And like spoke to people, and that's it, done. Like,
that's it. Who'd you play with? You play with Arsenal?
Of course I play with Arsenal, bro.
You know you're an Arsenal guy. And you said whatever album you was listening to, what was in the headphones?
No, I got my Beats pill, and okay. So I've been hitting Fredo's album, called Fredo, and Chip's new album. They're the two I've been circling. And then there's this artist called Omale. Omale. Hold on, let me get it properly.
Put me on. I never heard of him.
Yo, he is cold.
Where's he from?
He got EP. I think he's Nigerian.
Okay.
OMAH space LAY.
Omale.
Yeah. He's killing it.
What type of vibe is he?
He's kind of like a WizKid vibe.
Okay.
Kind of WizKid kind of. The reason I finally got my Pandora situation sorted, because I love Pandora, and I found it through that. I know a friend sent me there's a song called Bad Intentions. He had a song called Bad Intention that was amazing. And then he's got this song called Yeah. That's my shit right now. That's my song right now.
Well, if you haven't reached out to him yet, he'll see this, and I'm sure he'll be excited to hear Daniel Kaluuya.
Yo, I fuck with him. I think he's the truth. He's the truth. He's in the pocket right now. Yeah, I love his new EP.
I'm definitely going to tap in. Let's talk about the film for a second. Judas and the Black Messiah, obviously super important, not only right now, but in the history of the Black experience. And I know that when you were preparing for Queen and Slim, you pulled up to the Costco in Cleveland. How did you prepare for this role in terms of the accent? Were you rolling around Chi-Town? Like what were you doing to tap in to the culture and the accent?
I pulled out to Chi-Town. I pulled out Chicago. Why not? I pulled up. You know what I'm saying? I went to Maywood. I just went there. I was like, I need to go. Boom. Caught the flight and just left. But for me, it's like Chicago's a special place to me. I used to go there when I was like 16. I got family out there, so I know it a bit. So. But yeah, I just went there. For me, I wanted to tap into the family. That was the priority of the trip. But on that trip, that couldn't happen. And then we went to Chicago another time and did that. But it was so. I just go place and go. I feel I need to go there, and I don't know why. And you can get just a bit of information that can unlock something. And for me, it was like completely creating an environment that allowed me to make certain breakthroughs, do you know what I'm saying? And try certain things and go, this direction, and figure that out and figure this out. And so I went to his old elementary school, went to his high school, spoke to people that knew the old timers and knew people that knew him. Went to places that he used to speak at, went to the family home. And then just went around the spot if I heard anything from someone, and I spoke to the people that were guiding me around. They were like, go here, we should go here, we should go there. Do you know what I'm saying? And then at night I would read dissertations about the intricacies of like Chicago politics and street politics and stuff like that, and at that time, and get to know that in that sense. But I'm looking at it through a lens where I've actually the places that the references I've been today. You know what I'm saying? So it's a different. You're looking at it you're not looking at it from like, I'm in London and I'm looking at I'm trying to study. I'm like, no, I know, I feel the vibe of that place. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's how I kind of did it. And then I just did a lot of things. I read majority of the books on the Black Panther reading list, because in order to be a fully fledged Panther, you need to go on 6 weeks political education. And so it's just to understand the perspectives and the ideas and the philosophies and the concepts that they were discussing at that time. Do you know what I'm saying? That was really important to me before I even attempted to go towards Chairman Fred and occupy that space. I think I needed to understand how they thought and what they were thinking and what they were exposed to. So yeah, I did a number of things.
Chairman Fred's accent is very distinctive, and I'm wondering, was it difficult for you to tap into that? I know that, you know, sometimes there are words that you said you struggled with. You said mirror is one of them hard words for you. Episcopalian is another one. Are there maybe some new words that you discovered that was low-key hard for you to figure out how to say, and or was his accent just easy for you?
Nah, it wasn't easy. You know what I'm saying? Because it was difficult because there's not a lot of people that speak like him.
Right.
A lot of the characters that I've played in the past, the fictional characters, I would like have people that I was like, I like this vibe, and I don't know why they like, and I have like 4 or 5 people that I'm kind of like making like a summation. I'm kind of making like a soup of all those kind of people, like in terms of dialect. With this, it's just the one. This is one man, and you know what I'm saying? And yeah, so I kind of just really honed it and did it with the amazing Audrey Lacrone, my dialect coach. Just honed the sounds and the rhythms, but then even understanding it changed my perspective and dialect and going, oh, he speaks this way because he thinks this way. You know what I'm saying? And all speech is a product of thinking. You know what I'm saying? And so I needed to change or occupy the space of thought that was similar to him in order to replicate those rhythms, because he goes like that and then goes doosh. He goes like that and then a hard turn. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, that's how I saw it. And then I sat down with an opera singing coach to kind of really technically look at cadence, because there's a different cadence to when he does a speech to when a different cadence to when he does speaking. So I wanted to do those 2 separate cadence, but make him still sound like the same person. And it was really important to and also to condition my vocal cords for the fact that there's certain days that I'm going to be doing speeches for 12 hours, you know, and it's like any muscle, you know, you start sprinting for 12 hours, you're going to be tired. And if you got to sprint the next day, you're not going to be sprinting as effectively. So voice was a big thing for me. And also to be able to look at how big my instrument was, because he just was able to fill the room. I needed to stay space to do that.
What's something that, well, actually, let me read this quote first, because this is a quote from the film that stood out to me. And the quote was, and this is somebody from the FBI who said this, it said, "The Klan and the Panthers are one and the same. They're intended to sow hatred and inspire terror." And that seems like revisionist history, if I've ever seen it, right? Because that's kind of what people were taught. You know, there's always this negative connotation around the Black Panthers, and this film did a good job of kind of telling the story the right way. I'm wondering, was there something that you didn't know about the Black Panthers that you were like, okay, now that I'm in this film, I understand this and it makes way more sense, and what they were spewing was not true?
I think, to be honest, I remember when I read that line, I think it was not in the first draft, but it was in a couple drafts in that I read that line, and I was like, I was so happy about that line, because you really don't get a window into white thinking about racism. It can block you. You know what I'm saying? And because that's sometimes like my frustration to an extent of, after the murder of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor, everyone going, we need to educate yourself on blackness. Yeah, you do. You need to also become aware of your whiteness. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's rooted within that. You know, and you need to open a dialogue and be clear about your views and beliefs that you don't realize that are leading to these tragedies. You know what I mean? To these murders. And so that's, for me, it was kind of like, so when I hear that line, I hear fear, I hear anxiety. You know what I'm saying? I don't hear truth. You know, and that's what is rooted in a lot of the erroneous antagonization of the Black Panther Party, you know, and so for me, it's that this film offered, presented, what do you think? You know, if this organization is pouring love into this community and you're understanding their perspective, and they're healing the sick, they're feeding kids, they're educating kids, they're offering free legal aid, where's the hatred in that? Where's the sowing in that of hatred? I don't like it's not, I'm not saying it's not hatred, I'm just saying, where is it?
Right. And
you figure that out. Do you know what I'm saying? And so that's, for me, is the importance of narratives from our perspective, telling our truth, because it's the truth.
I think a lot of people maybe minimize the similarities and the difference between the Black experience here in America and the Black experience across the pond over in the UK. And they try to differentiate it, but there are a lot of commonalities in the way Black people are treated at large in society. I'm wondering just overall general consensus thoughts on people who don't see the similarities in the Black experience.
That's how they feel, you know? Well, I mean, the major signal is that we speak English, you know? Anything that's an issue in society is usually an issue in the root of where the language originated, you know? And it's being clear on that, you know? That like we carry in certain things from England. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, cause it's English. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know, like, and there's a reason, you know what I mean? I see that's clear as day. So when people say stuff, they're just going, they don't know. And that's okay not to know.
Yeah.
And so if they can say, well, if I say it is and they say it isn't, how can I be offended when I know it is? Do you know what I'm saying? I don't, how can that really affect me? If I really know, if I've really seen something, really experienced stuff, and someone say, no, that's just how they feel, you know? And I'm not here to negate them. Do you know what I'm saying? And say, no, that's wrong. That's how they feel. Do you know what I'm saying? If they are wanting to learn more and figure out more, if it affects their life in that way. But a lot of time people are so affected about what stuff that's happening within their life. How can they, you know? How can they have a room for a different perspective? So I don't judge or feel any way if someone doesn't see about our experiences across the pond. That's just their experience and their choice to continue that.
Growing up here in America, a lot of times as kids, we would joke around and try to emulate the British accent. I'm wondering, as kids growing up, did y'all do the same for us? Were you guys over there trying to do American accents and mocking us?
We wasn't mocking you though. We was just like, we was just watching all the American shows. If you wanted to see a Black face, you had to look to an American show like that, you know what I mean? Which is Fresh Prince, My Wife and Kids, Wayans Brothers, Different Strokes, Sister. I could go on, Hang Time. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like City Guys. I mean, it's like, that's where we looked for like content that spoke to us, spiritually speaking. You know what I'm saying? As a teenager or as a kid. You know what I'm saying? And so we'd probably adopt certain things. And obviously we was into hip hop. You know? We was exposed to that era of things with the Dipset and the Nas and the Jay-Z and, you know, and the G Units and I
love to hear that. You said a few people from Queens, and I'm from Queens, so that makes me happy. You've been on record multiple times saying that your mom's is your biggest critic. I'm wondering, has that changed at all? You got a Globe nomination today. Does she care at all, or does she still want you to get a real job?
No. She said, I told her about the Globe nomination, and she was like, okay, good. I hope you hold this one. She's like, I hope you hold this one. And then was like, okay, so my tablet, I can't sign out of my tablet. And this, she kept it pushing, bro. So it's not even, but you know what it is? It's not, I don't even think it's a critique anymore. She's just like, what, cool, like, this your job, innit? Like you said, you're supposed to be getting it. Like you said you're going out there to get it. Like you're gonna get that, and I'm happy. Congrats. I've got an issue, and you are my IT guy. Don't you understand? You're my IT guy. Even if you're in a different country, you were still my IT guy.
I brought you into this world. I need help right now.
Yeah, and then I'll get back to the Globe if I am that way inclined. But no, she sent a lot of love. She sent a lot of love and said congratulations again. But she's big. I even think she just like keep moving. Do you know what I'm saying? Keep going. And I think that's invaluable. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think I really take that kind of like, if I can get this, it's like Master P said, if this white man thinks I'm worth 1 million, I'm at least worth 10. It's kind of the same mindset. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, if I'm getting this now, what else can I get?
Yeah.
Where else can I go? Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, and so I just move like that.
Damn, that's real. Be honest with me, dog. How many times have you practiced your award acceptance speech in the event that you win one?
Not once, bro.
Stop lying, bro. You never went over. You never been in the mirror.
Speedy, I'm not like you, bro. Speedy, I'm not like you. I'm not practicing my speeches in my.
I don't practice either. But you never been like.
I lie, bro. You practice, bro. You practice. You don't practice your interviews.
No, I don't. I don't practice my interviews. But you've never been like, damn, that's a bar. I'm definitely gonna say this the day I win. Never?
Have I ever said that before? Have I ever done that?
Yeah.
I've done that. Yeah. But I just think in a certain way, like, oh, right, bro. Okay, cool. A lot of time it's like you're there, you're like, bro, like, this could happen. When you get nominated, you're like, this could actually happen. There's certain moments this could happen. Like, who would you want to shed light to? Who you would want to hold up? Do you know what I'm saying? In that kind of way, it's like, I remember I did my BAFTA speech and there was people that taught me how to act. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to be celebrated like that in a real way. Like, they're just community workers. Do you know what I'm saying? People like just in a real world. Do you know what I'm saying? Doing their stuff. Like, if I can have this moment and share like really one of the reasons why I'm here with them. Why wouldn't I? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's real. It's you said that or I heard at least that up until Get Out, you were still living a very regular life. Like, you were still out here on the bus. I'm wondering, when was the last time you was on the bus?
When was that? When did Black Panther come out?
2017 or 2018?
I think Black Panther came out 2018. Because we're in 2018.
But then it must have been 2017.
No, 2018.
2018.
I think the last time I got the bus, and I was like, I can't do this anymore.
What was the last straw? Like, what was it like? All right, enough's enough.
I was just being so stubborn that I could get the bus. And I'm going, yeah, I'm still getting the bus. But when I was on the bus, I was moving crazy. I was like, I didn't want anyone to see. I was like, because what it is that like you're on the bus and people start filming you. It's the camera phone thing that changed everything. People start filming you or start taking pictures. And then I start going, what the fuck you do? Like, you don't need that energy. If I'm not comfortable, why am I here? Do you know what I'm saying? It was more that. It's not less about, it's actually, they say it's like the tube in London. It's really convenient to get the tube in London.
It's sometimes faster. It's just easier.
You saw like Rihanna and Jay-Z getting the tube in London in order to get to the O2 because the traffic's crazy for their concert. Do you know what I'm saying? So, but it's that thing where like, it's too, and also I'm from London, so it just gets a bit, they have a different level of investment. And I just like, I need to be comfortable. So I just drive now when I'm in London. You
drive? I hope you get a driver, dog. At least get an Uber or something.
I get Ubers, but even Ubers, bro, they recognize you.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? It's like that's what it's like. I clocked a way of figuring out Ubers. It changed my life. It was actually in Chicago on the Chicago trip because I kept on getting recognized. I was like, oh man, like I can't be renting a car like if I'm here for a week and there's no parking space like that. Do you know what I'm saying? So then I was like Uber. I was thinking, oh man, I was like maybe I need to get more bougie Ubers and this, that, and the other. And then I was like, oh no, I clocked it. Then I clocked, like, I just got to sit behind the driver.
Right.
So, because I was like, how are they seeing me? Through the mirror.
Right, like this.
And they're clocking, and I what the fuck? And then I'm like, yo, if I sit behind the driver, and that's where I got my idea, bro. When you have to think outside the box, yeah, to look in the box. That the answer's always in the box. But then deeper than that, you just go, what's the box?
Amen.
Like you go think outside the box. Go, what the hell is a box?
And that was
the way to restrict ourselves.
Literally, the next question I was going to ask you is, what is a box? It's the question that you have in your IG bio.
That's what
the hell does that mean? Is it? I thought it was a reference to that red carpet interview where that lady was like, "Oh, Get Out ticks a lot of boxes." Blah blah. What does that mean? What is a box?
That's what it is. That's exactly what I just said. If you're in a box, yeah. You gotta go, I gotta think outside the box. And then when I clocked, you have to look like the answer's always in the box. Yeah? It's just that how you're seeing your surroundings is the issue. That's why you have to go outside the box just to come back. But then really deeper, like, what is a box? Like, why would you restrict your thinking? Like, why would you restrict? Like the idea, the concept of a box within you is lunacy. Just saying it's just like, there is no boxes. There's just space. Just say, so you go, I'm thinking I've got to go outside, think outside the box. No, just think, just be present, just breathe. Like that Soul movie talks about that. Just like be present. Everything is here. Do you know what I'm saying? And so, what's a box? Do you know what I'm saying? And also, like it's like even like the way they talk about black people. You can't do this. You can't. The fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? It's made up rule. Like you just make this shit up, and then say, "No, you can't. I can." You just don't want me to. Or maybe you
don't
can't.
think I can.
No, maybe they can't.
Right, and they're projecting.
Fuck what they think about me. I don't even entertain that. It's none of my business. Literally, none of my business. Yeah. So you can't do that for yourself. But I ain't chained by the same like insecurities and like restrictions that you enjoy putting onto yourself, because you probably benefit from it and enjoy it, and it makes you feel safe and makes you feel closer to your family and loved ones.
Last question for you, and it's a quick one. Obviously, this year we lost the late, great Chadwick Boseman. It was just announced that he made SAG Award history because he scored 4 nominations in 1 year. Never been done. Chadwick Boseman, obviously a titan and gone entirely too soon. I'm wondering, just what it is that you miss most about him and what you think his legacy means for not only Hollywood, but also Black people and the Black experience.
Chad was a light, and he was a leader. Do you know what I'm saying? In the realest way. Do you know what I'm saying? And he, like, I remember when we was doing Panther, and then I was starting press for Get Out, how he just pulled me to the side and like dropping like, do this, do that, don't do this, say that, don't say this, don't say that, they're gonna ask you this, make sure you don't. Like, I didn't ask him for that. He just went boom, here. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like he's playing Black Panther. He didn't have time for that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like understanding the weight, and like when I really got on set and understanding what those Marvel films are and the demand that they have on your body, for him to just offer that was just incredibly amazing. And I remember like me, Denial of Peter had a birthday party and he did a speech, and like he said incredible words during that Black Panther time. And like, and to know that he was going through what he was going through throughout it. Like, I've never seen anyone work that hard in my life on set, let alone going through the illness that he was going through.
Did you know he was going through that?
No, I didn't. And so yeah, I think it's just that, like, he gave everything. He gave everything to us. He gave all that he could. And he knew his purpose. He knew what he was here for. He knew what he was a vessel for, and didn't let what he was experiencing stop us for experiencing him. And that I mean, it's incredible. Like, when you really deep it and think about, it's incredible. And we lost a titan. We lost a real titan. And an incredible human being away from his work, an incredible human being that shared a lot of his light and his love. I mean, there was a time when like he's got the best house party I've ever been to in my life in Atlanta.
Lit?
Yo, they were playing, he had a drummer in the house party. They were playing Mobb Deep, and the drummer was drumming to Mobb Deep. It was crazy. Shook Ones. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. Like, and like he just gave us that just because, it's the experiences that like that was an incredible experience, He was a light, man, and he's gonna be deeply missed, man. I miss him, man. Real talk.
Yeah, we all do. But we want to say rest in power to Chadwick Boseman. Daniel, I want to say thank you for taking the time to sit down with us, man. The film Judas and the Black Messiah is out February 12th. You killed that role, and I'm really excited for this film to come out, bro.
Appreciate that, brother. All right, take care of yourself.
All right, bro. Peace. Stay safe. I wish you all the best. Safe to the family as well, man.
You, man. Take care, man. Keep repping Queens, innit?
Always, dog. Gotta plug it when I can, my boy.